Hello.
I am posting on Facebook right now. I meant to post on Facebook that we were going live an hour early and I forgot. So I'm posting it right now. So as
That's
people are coming over, they're like, what do you mean? How did I miss it?
what are you talking about?
Because I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you we were going live. So if you give me a second, I'll tell you now. And then you're gonna come see me. Hey Robin, how you doing?
I'm good. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing this morning? This Monday morning. Over here, it was very funny because the weather here is like you have the birds chirping and it seems like so lovely, but it's such dense fog you like can't see like your hand.
Same.
Yeah, so it's one of those like very funny things where you're like, it seems beautiful unless you walk outside.
Yeah,
Like,
it is so foggy here. I actually, when I left this morning to go to the gym, I was like, this fog is like really bad. Like it's really bad. I was like, should I be out on the road? Like I cannot see very far in front of me. And I was like, I'll be all right. I'm gonna go to the gym. So
yeah,
I went, but it was very, very, very foggy.
Yeah,
very foggy.
Very funny, right? Like you're like,
I'm gonna turn this up a little and hopefully you don't get an echo. Let me know if you get an echo. I had it turn my volume turned down because I was on the phone earlier. My friend was getting an echo. But anyways,
nice to see you. I'm glad you got to the gym. That's all good.
Yeah, my legs are already on fire. And in the world of very, very good news, my husband made me overnight oats. I am so happy. Also, I forgot how hard it is to eat the whole thing. Like,
yeah,
it's been an hour. I've been eating this. I'm like, you got to eat all of it. You know, protein's a full-time job around here. And I'm just like, you got to eat it. You got to eat it. But it tastes so good. It tastes so good. I was very, very excited to get home and eat some.
It's such having something already prepared for you that you know is going to be healthy for you is such a huge leap. It's like everything.
I remember when I first started eating them, I had to choke them down. I was like, I don't like these. I know they're good for me. And then something switched one day and I was like, yes, give me more. And so I went to stop at the grocery store to get some blueberries to put in it because I really like it with fresh blueberries.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't have my credit card with me. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm going home. So no blueberries, but there's the chia seeds and the almond milk. And it's so good. I love it.
That's why you need it like on your phone, like have it in your like Apple Pay on your phone.
Well, I did. So somehow somebody essentially got my number from my Apple Pay and we had some false charges. So we had to cancel that card. So that's why it's not on my phone anymore right now.
That's just frustrating.
Yeah. So hey everybody, I haven't talked to Robin in a hot minute.
Yeah.
I had something interesting happen. So Thursday, I got a letter. I think I threw it away already. Saying my medication was going to be denied.
Really?
I did.
That's enjoyable conversation.
Talk about being pissed off. I want to bring it up because I know this is something that has happened to a lot of people in our country, regardless of what the medication is. It's a crapshoot. You could all of a sudden need a medication and the insurance company is like, nope, not for you. Right. So I'm on Manjaro, right? I have diabetes. I'm on Manjaro, but because of the working out, the diet change, the medicine, all the things, my A1C is now down to 5, right? Which means I'm no longer diabetic. So the insurance company is like, well, you don't meet the requirements anymore. No, I am still diabetic, but I'm not diabetic because of the medicine. Like, make this make sense. I'm not this because of this. Like this is what it is, right? I'm like, I don't.
This sounds like a really fun roller coaster. I'm really going to enjoy it.
Okay. So like John tells me this and I'm just like, okay. Like this was something I brought up to my doctor at our last meeting. I was like, I'm really, he was talking about how, happy he is that I'm working out because I was telling him, I showed him the videos, made him feel my muscle, no joke, totally did, no shame. I was like, I really like, I'm making all the changes. This is not just a quick fix, I'm losing weight sort of thing for me, right? And excuse me, I'm going to get emotional today, guys, because it's just the way it is. because I didn't, you guys, you know, Robin, I didn't want to go on this. There's so much stigma behind having any sort of medication. And when you're fat, people are like, oh, she's just taking it easy. It's like, no, I literally did not get on this because I was fat. I tried for a full year to control my sugar.
Yeah.
Doing food stuff, right? Tried to get on metformin. That gave me the shits like nobody's business. Like it was bad. It was terrible. So I was like, I'm not doing that, right? So it was literally like this is the next step. Let's give this a try, right? So it was not oh, she's trying to lose weight. She's trying to take the easy way out. That's not it at all. It was very much like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to be on insulin. I don't want these things, right? And I've made major life changes. Robin can attest to this, you guys. Like I've changed my diet. I've changed my routine. I've changed my entire life, right? So my weight loss is not 100% because I just took this easy weight out at all. Like, and it has not been easy. Can I just tell you guys, I have been so sick. It sucks. Okay. It sucks regardless of all that. Right. So I talked to the doctor about this. I said, this is my biggest fear. You're going to take my A1C today. It's going to be good. And the insurance companies be like, nope, you don't need it anymore, which makes no sense to me. Right.
Right.
So
it just means that it's well controlled.
Yeah.
Even if you were on metformin and it was well controlled, why would you take away metformin? Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's like having high blood pressure and being like, oh, good. You don't need it anymore. That's not how it works.
That's what I'm saying. It did not make any sense to me. Right. So I get this. Of course, my brain's like this. Right. So I send my doctor a message. The initial message is like the freak out message. 30 minutes later, I send another message. Hey, I talked to ChatGPT. I fed it what the letter said. Here's what it said.
Yeah.
30 minutes later, I sent another message. And that subject of that line was, I swear to God, I'm not trying to spam you, but I want to make sure we're on the same page. Like, this is where I started. This is where I am. These are the things, blah, blah, blah. So I go to bed. Like I go upstairs and I'm upset. Like I'm so upset. Right. And I look at John and I said, I'm going to pay out of pocket. He goes, that's $500 a month. I said, yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to figure out a way to do it. I said, John, I've never felt so good outside of the side effects of the medicine. I've never felt so good, right? Like I feel good. And my blood work is great. Everything is so good, right? And he's like, okay, well, we'll talk about it, right? So the next day, Friday morning, I got a message from the doctor. He said, hey, we got this last week. We already appealed it. It's already been approved. You're good. Can I tell you the relief I had? And then I got mad because I'm like, I'm a lucky one that it got approved. Mm-hmm. There are people who are not that lucky. Mm-hmm. And then I just got even more mad because I'm like, this happens to people all the time.
All the time.
Way more serious than this, cancer treatments. And I just started rolling down like this cycle. And I was just like, holy crap.
I know it's really hard because this can affect anyone, whatever it is, is that the fight that you have to be able to fight and willing to fight is so hard. It's so hard to get any medication. What it doesn't matter what it is, and it's the one they are completely treatable, and all that you need to do is take a pill, and you're like, seriously, just give it to me. Like, I don't understand what the problem is.
Well, it's like the hormone stuff, right? Like, so I'm on HRT, but I need testosterone. Well, testosterone is not approved by the FDA for women, even though women need testosterone. Right. So if I want testosterone to feel better in my body, to be what I'm supposed to be, I have to pay out of pocket. It is so much money. It's so much money. And so it's just, I went through this whole cycle. I just bitched about it with my friend Jolene. I was just like, this sucks so bad. And then I was talking to her because she and I we've always talked about, we used to work out together. We used to all these things. And I'm like, I'm literally working my ass off. literally, right? I work out really hard. Like I told you, I've changed my diet. There are foods I can't eat. Did I tell you about Saturday? So you know, I can't eat pasta.
Right.
Like I haven't been able to eat pasta since being on the, it just does not sit right with me.
Doesn't
I
agree
get
with
so
you.
sick.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
But I've been craving noodles with meat sauce. I've been craving it. But I was like, I don't want to have pasta. Like the side effects, I'm talking, guys, it's out both ends. It is just not good. And I'm like, I just don't want it. So John, who has been on another diet before, who was eating lentil pasta, like different than whatever. He's like, maybe you should try that. Or there's chickpea pasta and all this. I'm like, well, yeah, I'll try it. I'll try it once.
Sure.
So he made me lentil pasta with meat sauce. It tasted so freaking good. It was so good. No. That night, Saturday night, I was up. It was 3 a.m. I am throwing up in the trash can as I'm sitting on the toilet. And John gets out. He's like, you okay? Did you just overeat? And I'm looking at him and it's like full pasta, just all of it. And I said, no, it's the pasta. I literally just can't eat pasta anymore. Like I can't have it. And I'm like, I can't have macaroni and cheese. I can't have pasta salad. I cannot have pasta at all.
Right.
And then it dawned on me, Robin, my stomach gets so upset when I eat any bread other than sourdough.
Yeah. But
but not like gluten intolerance. That's not what it is.
So like, I don't know what is upsetting you.
I don't
just
know.
Because like the brown rice and quinoa pasta is fine on my system.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's the meat sauce. Like I wonder if it's the acid in the tomatoes.
So I'll have other meat sauce stuff and I've been fine. Like the tomatoey stuff, like I'll have even tomato soup and I'm fine. Yeah. It's almost like it's sitting in my stomach, and because everything's processing slowly, I think that's what's going on. Somebody's saying try sourdough noodles. That's my next step. Yeah. But I'm going to give myself a couple months because I'm sorry, it just takes that long for my mind to like remember, not remember how bad it was, you know?
Because like I wonder if like you should try it like when it's like a sensitivity where you try like one goldfish, you know, you try one and you don't mix it with something else. Yeah. You just try like one thing of it. Yeah. Because like I thought maybe it was just spaghetti. So then I had macaroni and cheese. Not good idea. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. And then I love pasta salad with the Italian dressing and a little bit of pepperoni and all. Like I love pasta salad. And I had like 2 bites of that a couple months ago, and it was so bad. I was like, I can't do this. I can't eat this, which is wild. It's just wild. Anyways. It's just so strange because it's like, especially if you're trying something that's made out of something else. Like, I don't know what you were trying. Like, it was lentil noodles. The noodles were made out of lentils. Like, it didn't taste bad. It tasted fine. But whatever. Anyway, so I haven't talked to you. I tried to call you. I was either Friday night or Saturday night. I can't remember. I wanted to tell you all about it. We've just been busy. So, but I had that happen. That was a lot. As crazy as it is, that was like an emotional roller coaster of 12 hours, which is ridiculous. I know, but it was the idea of, I feel like I'm finally getting my life under control, and because of bureaucracy and capitalism and insurance, it's not going to be allowed. And I'm like, that's effing wrong. It's so wrong. It's and you just think it's for like one simple thing for you, and it can be so much worse for other people. And it's so upsetting to me. Yeah. It's like my hot button issue. So I try to like, I get you. Going. It makes me I got very, very upset. I got more upset finding out I was approved than when I was not approved, because when I was not approved, I was like, okay, there's other routes I can go. I'll figure it out. But then I was approved and I'm like, but how many people are not approved, don't have other routes they can go? So it just started compounding on itself. And I'm like, this is so wrong. Right. This is going to be a hot button issue day. That's where I am. This is where I am today.
This does go into the knitting world. And I'm not going to go really deep into it because I don't want to get involved in the whole thing, but it has bothered me all weekend.
What's going on?
Okay, I got to think about how I want to say this because I don't want
to get embroiled in whatever you're going to talk about.
Pitchforks coming after me, right? I'm a big girl.
I'm like,
always
I don't know what she's going to talk about.
I know you don't know this either. I'm a big girl.
Always
been a big girl. Always. Yeah. Whole reason I started designing my own sweaters and stuff is because there were not designs made up to the size that I was, right? It's 53-inch bust. We've talked about this before, size inclusivity and trying and how, what inclusive was several years ago is different than where it is now. And, we're all trying as designers, we're all trying.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to be very careful. I don't think it's right to vilify people who are trying. And I feel like there are things being said online recently that are uncalled for and just make the community fighting over things that are unnecessary. And people might be like, well, what do you mean it's unnecessary? People who are 5X and 6X don't have enough time to make something in a test. You say they have an option. I just gotta say it. There is a big hubbubaloo online about designers asking testers to test things, but then not giving the larger sizes enough time to test these items. In this person's opinion, this person says that these people need at least 8 weeks to test something. Initial reaction. This is outside of testers. This is outside of anything. If I had 8 weeks to design something, test something, do something, that would be amazing. I don't have that, right? And then I know you're just like, shut up, Marley. This is where I am. I feel like let's take a step back. As designers, I don't think we need testers. If you have a tech editor, you don't need a tester. For whatever reason, the world has come to this conclusion that every design needs to be tested in all the different sizes. I disagree with that. I feel like you need a good tech editor. A good tech editor and a good designer puts that stuff you don't need to have everything tested. I think that's like, I don't know if courtesy is the right word. It's just one of those things. Hey, I'm putting this out there. If you'd like to test it, you can. You don't have to.
You want to hear my horrible thing? Yeah. And this is horrible. So I don't care. People who use testers are people who started from a hobby and don't know what they're doing. They might have, and now they're 20 years down and that's just like they're like what they do. But as a professional tech editor and knowing lots of professional tech editors, there is no reason for a tester other than like you just thought it was fun. So like
we have our tester group, but honestly, and they're wonderful. And we're never putting it out like, hey, we need all of you to test this. And now it's like, hey, here, we're doing this. If you would like to test it, you can. If you want to help out some of the people who are online in our groups, you can.
And the way we use our testers is different. We're not testing to see if a size works because I'm not concerned about that.
Nope.
I'm testing when we have our testers. I'm having you see if you understand my notes. If there's like, hey, could you clarify this? And they look at things so that when we make our videos, we can be like, hey,
stuff. Yeah,
we're showing it this way. It's more of a learning thing.
Yeah.
But I would never worry about having every size tested unless you don't know what you're doing.
So
here's my big thing, right?
Yeah.
Again, I don't know who you're talking about.
I know. I'm not saying any names. I don't want to say names.
But like, there is no standard extra large. There's no standard size. So yes, unless you are designing something that all of a sudden has like, the arms are like 20 inches deep, you're for like a 5X, you're like, no, you're an idiot. What are you doing there?
Yeah.
Nobody has that.
Right.
Or like shoulder, or like, like your neckline is like 15 inches wide. No, it's gonna fall off their body.
No, yeah, it's gonna fall off.
Otherwise, everybody has a different size. It's like socks and ankles. Everybody has a different size.
So
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So here's the thing. I guess the first part is,
like,
when did this become something that was mandatory mainstream, right? So much so there was a question by another designer out there. It was like, hey, do you buy patterns if they have not been tested before? And I'm like, doesn't matter if they've been tested. It matters if they've been tech edited. Like, you need a tech editor. And so there's that. But then, so there's situation where there's this big hubbubaloo about designers not giving testers enough time, especially for the larger sizes, and that they're being, what is the word I'm looking for? Where it's like, it goes against them, or they're not being inclusive to the size inclusive because they're being discriminated. Yes. And so my first thought is, one, things, not all sizes, you don't have to test everything. Two, testers have a choice. Like, if I have a real tester call, like what is being discussed, here's what the pattern is. You could read through it. This is the amount of time that I have to give you. Like, this is what I need back from you in this time frame. You have a decision if you can do that or not. Nobody's forcing you to do that. Nobody. Right. And like I said, push comes to shove, I could make a sweater for myself at a 3X. And it is also determined by what weight yarn you're using, what's the complexity of the sweater. Like, there are so many aspects of it. But there is a situation online right now where there is somebody calling people out, naming designers by name, and quite literally, I'm trying not to get myself in trouble, but I'm really angry. I'm angry about the situation. I'm angry about the way it's being handled. I'm angry for the designers. I'm angry for the people who feel like they are getting discriminated against, because I don't think that that's genuinely anything that anybody wants. Like, that's not that. I don't know. The whole situation makes me so incredibly mad, and not just mad as a designer, mad as somebody who is plus size, who has been plus size, who has been championing plus size stuff. I just so disagree with the way things are being handled. And it just makes me so mad. And the algorithm benefits discourse, right? The algorithm likes to promote any sort of negativity. We saw that when people thought I was being negative trying to visit the Simply Socks place. Wasn't being negative at all, but for whatever reason, it's I really want to go visit this place. But that's the algorithm then shows it. So then it gets maximized, right? Max. And then you have people naming names, calling people out on designers wise. And I'm just like,
well, then it just starts to snowball. People who don't know what they're talking about.
You're ruining their business. Who knows what you're doing to their psyche? What is your overall goal here? What is your goal? You want to make a difference? You know what? If you want to make a difference, give people resources where, hey, you want to have your plus size and you see a design you love, but it doesn't come in your size. Let me show you how here's how you can make things fit you more. You're making something for yourself anyways. Let's learn how to fit. Here, give resources instead of doing things to divide people even more in the name of whatever the hell. Like, I'm trying really hard not to be a dick and be, I'm really mad.
It's so funny because like, you are really angry. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know. And I'm totally like Facebooking here, but I'm
you know what's so funny about all of this is I don't see what the problem is. Like, and I guess that's where your anger lies, is because I don't know. Like, I guess if the designer is including lots of different sizes in the pattern, it's not like, well, then they're being inclusive. They have patterns.
But the person who's causing the outrage is saying they're not being inclusive because in their testers call, they're not giving enough time for the testers who are plus size to make the items.
But who cares?
Apparently thousands of people who are leaving comments because the algorithm, but by naming out these
but
designers,
like, it's not like that designer is all of a sudden not including the 5X
no,
when they release the pattern. So
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
There
But
are
that's not
inclusive.
the way it's getting
I guess I don't
presented.
understand what the problem is.
It's getting presented like this. The designers are like the devil, and they're going against. I keep saying fat people. I'm sorry. It's because I call myself fat. It's because they're going against people who are bigger, who have bigger sizes, right? Like, I don't know. I guess
get it.
As somebody who has been on the other end of somebody just saying vile things that are just not true or misconstrued, and like the whole pitchfork and people jumping on things, like, you can ruin people's lives over something so meaningless isn't the right word. I just think it's a poor way to go about it. And I have been so angry about it all weekend, and I've debated whether I wanted to talk about it today. And I know I'm vague booking, and I guess there's that part of me that's like, we can do better. We can do better than what's being done. I feel.
Yeah, I guess I would, save my anger if it's like justified. Like, if all of their patterns suck, then I just wouldn't buy their patterns. But again, I guess because I'm really old school, and like, testers weren't a thing, so I don't understand when people use them. Unless you're doing like what we're doing, and we're trying to make sure that we understand. We use our testers for their knowledge of, like, hey, a beginner might have an issue with this, to make sure, because like with our patterns, we make sure that we are being inclusive of everybody's different learning style, because we know if we put out a pattern, not everyone's going to watch the video.
No.
And they're going to ask a question, and we'll be like, did you see the video?
And I can do a video and do a chart, and people will ask for words. And if it's all the things.
It's all the things. So we try to make sure that we are covering all types of learners so that they feel included, because we want them included. We want you to come with whatever you got. But I guess I don't understand everything. But
this individual, her whole premise is all about size inclusivity in designs. Totally for that. But she has, would it be on her soapbox about designers and testers, and designers being more inclusive to testers to give them more time to make things. And by not doing so, you're discriminatory. And then she is naming names of designers that she has had either private conversations with or has noticed things with, sharing private DMs with the designers. And then the thing here is, you'll read comments and people say, well, I'm not going to buy a design from that person anymore. Well, you've just stepped in a whole legal mess then, because now you're affecting somebody's like income.
I mean, I'm fine with, you guys don't have to buy our patterns. I really don't care. But I guess the whole, again, it gets back to my not understanding the point of testers and time wise. We've never given anybody.
I don't have 8 weeks. Are you kidding me? 8 weeks? That would be delightful. Could you imagine 8 weeks? 8 weeks would be like me starting right now for Christmas in July, right?
Marley, we normally don't give them 8 days. So
that's what I was going to say. I'm literally just about to say that. There have been times I've had 8 hours. No lie. And it's times like those I'm not like, oh, make the whole thing. I'm literally like, can you just read through it? Can you read through and make sure things look like understand what I'm saying? Or do you see any glaring mistakes? Or and even that's after it's been to a tech editor. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's such a wild thing to me, because obviously you're our model for everything that we do. And I always say it matters that you are a model, and that you're a real human.
Yeah.
And you're not, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
And I guess because, I mean, being a creative is really hard, because I don't go look for anybody else's stuff.
Yeah.
So like I'm not drawn to other people's stuff. If I'm drawn to something, I'm drawn to like color or whatever. I'm not looking to see me model the clothes. But like if I go buy the clothes, if I'm buying clothes, I'm always looking for somebody who could be around my shape
Me too.
because I'm short,
Mm-hmm.
you're tall. Like we look for different things. And I guess it's just a different if the designer is really, really tiny, then yeah, I would wonder if I was a bigger size, if that would fit me.
Yeah.
And how that would fit me. So I would need somebody who has already made it to be like, oh yeah, this fits great.
Right.
Just show me how it is.
I get that.
But I guess my biggest thing is you and I both have taught so many classes of how to read a schematic
Yes.
and how to tell how something's going to fit your body. That's like the main thing we do when we teach how to do it. It's a little bit of education of learning because it doesn't matter what size you are. You need to know that.
Right.
You need to know how to read a schematic when you're getting super into clothes. And it's so funny because it's a whole different world because we're in a different end of it because we are just teaching people how to do gauge.
Yeah.
We're still working there. So we're not even at the we're not even at
I think the whole thing, what it boils down to me where I'm angry is the way names are getting called out for doing something bad. I don't think they're doing anything bad. And I don't like the way that they're calling people's names out. I think that's wrong. I think that the whole situation is wrong there. And I feel like there are better ways to go about helping people understand size inclusivity, and people who are larger, like myself, understand what is it you should look for? What is it on a schematic you should look for?
Well, not just
going to fit you,
it's
or
everybody.
out of your closet.
It has nothing to do with what size you are. It doesn't matter what size you are. Everybody needs to know.
The person who's talking, her whole thing is about size inclusivity.
Beginners, you do your own thing. I mean, when you're at the advanced, when you're ready to go to the next step, then everybody needs to know. These are things that everybody needs to know.
Everybody, whether you're small or large. Like Brooke, Nico, and I used to talk about this. Brooke is very, very small, and one time at Stitches, we stood up and we were like, she said she taught the plus size class and I taught the lace class because it was just funny because she's not anywhere plus size, right? But she has to take the same ideas and math changes to things to fit her. It's just the opposite side of the spectrum for what needs to fit me. Does that make sense? Like things.
It's so funny because like you guys talk about designer versus tech editor, and I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
there's standard sizes. You just design to the standard size.
No,
I know what the armhole depth and all the stuff is. It does not matter what size I am.
By that is if you're a certain body type, say you're big busted, right? You're big busted. For knitters, especially, there are things that we'll go in and we'll do more bust shaping if something's going to be more fitted. Now, things are not fitted that much anymore, so there's not a whole lot of bust shaping going on anymore.
When is so? I guess that's my other thing with the testers is like.
But I've been in classes, plus size classes specifically, where somebody standing up, their measurements are one thing, but when they sit down, because their body measurements, the lower half gets so large that if they don't try and account for that in something that they're making, their piece is so incredibly stretched out. And this real things happen like this, right? People who are very pear-shaped, very narrow shoulders, very large hips. So there's not going to be a standard for that. They have to take what a designer is giving them, and they're going to be like, okay, I have to make these adjustments because
I think we're talking like, I'm going to say something mean, and I hope our audience knows I'm not trying to be mean. But I fight this all the time. The skill level that you're talking about feels like has died.
Oh,
I don't, there's very few people that I know who know what the heck you're talking about. Everything now, if it's not a box, they don't know how to make it.
Right.
And nobody does gauge. Nobody blocks anything. Like you're talking about levels that nobody has any idea what you're talking about.
Okay. So
that's where I get like my bug about why in the world are you making all the sizes of the things? because that's a waste of time. But again, I'm coming at it from a much higher level knowledge base. And now I've been designing where our audience sits, which is fine. I want everybody to be able to enjoy their craft, but the level that we were used to teaching and used to explaining to people doesn't seem to exist anymore. I don't know where those people have gone to, but they don't seem to exist anymore.
I get you. I don't know. I just feel like I said, I feel like there are better ways to go about educating people how to fit their body, understand how to read a design. And I don't think there should be as much outrage as there happens.
Outrage in general nowadays, it seems.
That's what I'm saying. And the algorithm likes that. Like it just feeds it because it gets more eyes on things, and it just makes me so sick to my stomach. It just make me very mad. There's a question here. I want to mention this. So if you're planning a pattern release, my first thing would be, don't look for testers, get a tech editor. You need to find a tech editor. A tech editor will look at all of your math. A good tech editor will understand what construction is and make sure that the construction you're using will work. You don't need testers. And there's the whole argument too, that if you're using testers in a way to test all of your sizes and stuff, it's like, oh, well, you're using them. Like you're taking advantage of them. And then if you're asking them to post, you're taking advantage of that. Like there's all of these, you just can't win. You just can't win.
Yeah. Cause usually testers aren't paid.
Right.
And we're like a contractor. They were making it for you.
If you're asking for a commitment in time, that's a whole aspect, like there's a whole bunch of that. So my honest to God thing is, you need a tech editor. You don't need a tester. You don't need testers. You need a tech editor. You absolutely don't need testers. And I know that, that's what I'm saying is, for whatever reason, that seems to be what the standard now is for people online, think that you need you don't. Kate Atherley got into this discussion maybe even half a year ago, if not a year ago, when all of this was coming up, like dredging up about testers. And she was like, you don't need testers, people. Like you need a tech editor. Coming from she's an amazing tech editor, right?
And we're the old guard versus the new guard.
I know.
It's a totally different. We learned how to do things very differently the way than others have learned to do things. I don't know how to say it without being super mean.
I know. I get it. Stephanie, I think, was saying she likes your sweater. Stephanie, you own Jolly Holiday. You own that sweater. Saying, anybody who purchased Jolly Holiday has that sweater. We have another one getting made right now. Tammy is making it.
Yeah, I think she's almost done with it.
Which, is she almost? Yeah. I haven't seen it. I should probably see if I should try it on.
Yeah, she's almost done with it.
Okay.
I think she just had a little bit to do on your sleeves.
Anyways. So I guess all of that is to say, I'm angry about the situation, but I would also say, anybody out there who sees anything like this, don't feed to it. And
we all have that, right? It
has been really hard not to comment on the big post. And here I am saying it. And I don't, whatever. It is what it is. Come at me about plus size. I literally have been doing it since the beginning.
Right.
And I don't like the way they're going about it. That's what it all boils down to. I don't like the way it's being handled at all. All. I think it's just awful.
I guess I would rather not put down anyone wherever they are in their journey.
Thank you.
As a designer, as somebody who loves the craft. So
whether they're popular, not popular, old, new, I just don't feel like I don't feel like
everybody's learning and trying to get better. And I'd rather cheerlead for people than if you're a brand new and you don't know, I'd rather be your cheerleader than be mean. But I guess also these days. I have zero energy to be mean about most things.
The whole world is mean anymore.
So,
It's very, I was just talking to Jolene about this too, about how hard it is. Essentially, you see all the mean, all the negative, all the things, and it's really hard to be over here positive, smiley, and happy when you know all this is going on, to still be over here and this. Like I don't need any more negative. I can't. It's too, there's too much.
yeah.
All around the world, not just America, all around the world. It's too much. There's just too much.
So let's switch gears.
Okay, that's where I was trying to head
Enough
towards.
of that. Yeah.
That's where I was heading towards. How is your Olympic adventure going so far?
Really fun. I mean, I love watching the Olympics. I already told you this. But like, there's always something new that you learn or you see, or like the skill level that it takes to do whatever they're doing, or like it's always cool to see. There's always something new. But it's just wild to me how, like, it's funny doing the Winter Olympics. The only thing I kept thinking of, it was so cold for so long, and I kept thinking, well, like, this is like their perfect weather. And I'm like, I hate this weather. Like, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
It takes something else to really love when I like watching it from my warm house.
Yes. Have you been working on anything?
Yeah, so I have nearly done with another version of Game Day.
Look at that.
Yeah, like I have like 4 more stitches.
That's really pretty.
Yeah. I think you're going to look great in it.
I think so too. It's funny how bright and colorful that is, because look what I've been working on. It is a effing rainbow. Yeah, I'll tell you all about that in a minute.
Oh boy. I did want to say, like, a lot of people are wondering what to do just to make it into a shawl. And I have been, like, they want to know if they can, like, continue these. You can, but you need to know what you're doing, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, if you want to make the shawl longer and do another layer of the trefoils down here, your corners and your ends are not going to be designed. So you can do it. You're just going to have to make up what you do in the corners, because the math won't, you can't just like use play 2 down here. It won't work. You'll just have to make up where you want to put them. So if you don't want to, what I would just say is you just this is, I feel like this is plenty big. Like, this is plenty big to make, a scarf. So, like, just be done with it. Or if you really wanted it much, much, much longer, just do any kind of edging. Like, I always think that the edgings that do, like, run parallel, then you can do anything you want. You don't have to worry about the math at the corners. That's all I was thinking, because there's been a lot of comments of like, can I repeat? No. No. Unless you're good at it, unless you're
take the math, like
not even math. It's more of like
I would want the middle part to be the same, and so then I would like backtrack to see where I need to start so that I get there where I want.
More of, are you an organic crocheter, like a freeform crocheter? Or are you super technical crocheter? So, like, if you're cool with making it up, make it up. Because crocheters, we have that. There's just a lot of crocheters who are just like, well, I'm just going to add this to it. If you're that kind of crocheter, yes, go forth. If you are not, if you need to have the pattern and you absolutely want to make a shawl, just don't do it. Just do plain stitches, because it will be a much more complex project for you. That's all. Have you thought of any names for what we should call our little challenge to ourselves of like finishing things?
Nope.
Because
I have not.
I have.
Well, that's good. Like Thursday, I told you Thursday I was derailed because of all of the things. Then Friday got to Josiah's meet and he had a back spasm. So it was derailed there because I was worried about my son. You know what I mean? Just like, what's wrong? So, no, I have not thought of anything.
Okay. What do you think? I have a couple ideas.
Okay.
I'm just gonna run them by you.
Sure.
We could call the Whip Olympics, the Whip Olympics.
Say it again. Say it again. Wimp Olympics?
Yeah.
Like Wimp Olympics.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Wimp Olympics.
Or it could be finish it February. You know, we could spend the whole rest of February. Or we could call it like the closing ceremony challenge. I like when all the letters are the same.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell. I've been calling it finishing February, but I think somebody else calls it finishing February.
My fear about using anything Olympics oriented is that it's a trademark term. Remember several years ago, Ravelry got in trouble for Olympics?
No.
You don't remember? Yeah, it was like
I don't remember anything about anything.
Yeah, they like sent us cease and desist. Like it was a whole thing.
Otherwise, I've been thinking like it's called like finishing fest of like a festival. As you can tell, everybody, she hates every single one of those.
No, I don't. I like finishing February, but you said somebody else is using that.
I think somebody else calls it that.
But so I like that. I like finishing February.
It would have to be
I like that a lot.
February.
Yeah, finishing February.
But I don't think we use.
I like the F and finish it February. I like that one even more. Somebody asked what yarn am I using? This is the Impressions yarn by Loops and Thread. I think I showed you guys it was an option. Like I picked it up because it was really colorful at the store from Michael's. I was like, this is an option. And then
an option for the
for the hood.
Knit hood.
The cozy sideline hood. Mm-hmm. And then I told Robin I was going to remake the lime verbena. And I forgot the yarn I was going to make at home. And so I had this one and I was like, all right, I'll just make two. Mm-hmm. So this is what I was making. So it's the lime verbena, just in big bright colors, which Alora has.
Don't worry. If nobody knows what she's talking about, I didn't know what she was talking about either. It's like a pattern that's like 12 years old.
It's super old.
Super old.
But
she was just making a new version.
I'm making it because the old yarn isn't available anymore. So this is almost done. But it's a real easy piece. Just easy. I love the colors. But this is called, what are the colors? Saltwater taffy. That's like the perfect saltwater taffy. Okay. That totally fits. But it's easy construction. It's increasing and decreasing and just back loop only. So it's very mindless. And this is what I needed. So even though I was supposed to be finishing something, I started something. Shocker. I mean, I have been to Michael's 4 times in the last week and a half because I needed another skein for this. And then I did the dreaded thing when I bought everything the first time. I only bought one. Stupid me. So of course I was like, I'll be fine. No, I get there and I'm like, what dye lot did I have? Thank God I had this in the cart. John looked it up and they had one ball left with the same dye lot. I was terrified because they all look so different. Yeah. So I was like, God, everybody needs to buy the same dye lot. So then I'm panicking when I was there. I went for one and I didn't have the dye lot. Then I was like, crap, I bought all these other colors too. I should probably get those. So I bought a second one of this one. And I bought a second one of this one. And I bought a second one of this one. And then I bought 2 of these because they were new. And I was like, I like those. So I don't need any of them.
But there's no project scheduled for any of those.
I had a coupon and yarn was buy one, get one 50% off. So of course I'm going to buy 2. But so this will be the lime verbena, like the additional.
I had a coupon. That's like the worst thing that you could tell anybody. I had a coupon.
It was a $15 voucher or whatever. I had a $15 voucher. So it was a free $15. So one of these was free.
Sure.
Yeah, I know.
You were just leaving. You were gonna leave it on the table.
I am just really in a hot mood to like design all the things. Because then the other day I bought these. I want to make like I want to make a knit chevron wrap is what I want to do with this, and just change color. That's what I want to do with this because it's very soft, very comfortable, and I want to put it around me. Now, as I sit here and look at it, these are terrible colors for me. These are terrible. It's terrible. But I want to do it. They're not really showing. I look really dull. They're more bright than what they're showing. But I mean, I'm much more a bright person. I mean, look at that. You guys, you see that, right? I mean, look at my face. It just, I mean, that just changes my whole perspective. I mean, this is even more. Hello. Yes. That is a Marley bird I want to get behind. Yeah. Anyway.
Marley.
So, and I have my other stuff here. And then
I would just like you to tell you that everything that she's doing is not what you're supposed to be doing for whatever we're calling our finish it February.
I know.
Well, you're not supposed to go buy new stuff. You're supposed to finish the stuff you already have.
I know.
Marley is breaking all the rules.
I did
not what you're supposed to be doing.
Because I'm rephotographing these so that way they can be updated.
Yeah.
So this
again, everything she's showing you has been on the website for.
Yeah, we've had it for years, but just like what we did for January, it's the same.
We're trying to go back and
like it's a very
things on the website.
It's just so cute. It's so adorable with a jean coat. Oh, I bought myself a new jean coat this weekend too, because my jean coats are so big, and so you
don't have to say anything.
I'm swimming
your money.
So, but they were on clearance, so they were like $20. I bought a $20 one, and the other one was like $30. But they're a size 14.
It's great. It's wonderful.
I was like, huh.
It's really good for you.
I got them because you guys probably noticed I take a lot of my pictures with the jean coat.
A lot.
Because they look good with a lot of things. And they're just they're obnoxiously large now. And so like I will pin it to try and make it a little bit more fitted. And I'm just like,
yeah.
But so that's what I've been working on. We did release the alpaca clouds last week, and it's over there. The other one, rainbow sprinkles. And I'm like, what is it called? Rainbow sprinkles. Which that reel, like it was just a quick reel I put together, had a lot of reach. Like it was wild. I was like, holy moly.
Good.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Tournament stitches with the good yarn.
Yeah, I don't think we made a decision with tournament stitches. I think I made my decision with tournament stitches of what the crocheters will use, and it was what I was kind of hinting at last time. It is not for the crocheters, it's not inexpensive yarn, but it's not expensive. It's a workhorse kind of yarn. You get a lot for your money. But again, you can use whatever you want for tournament stitches. Like if you want to use something else, that's fine. Crocheters, we're gonna use DK weight. We're not doing fat, and we're not doing skinny. We are going.
I'm using fingering. I'm using fingering because I want to. And I'm going to get the good yarn. The good yarn. All yarn is good yarn, but that's
all yarn is good yarn.
That's why I'm using the quotes. I just meant like the pricey yarn that I asked you guys about last week. I'm totally gonna get it. Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how it all turns out. We'll see.
Right.
But what Knit Picks is having a sale on fingering wool. What? Is that it is Sandy. Sandy is an instigator. That's what Sandy is. I was like, was that Sandy? A Sandy. Hold on a minute. I got to go open it up now. Fingering, like, okay, refresh. Not all fingering. Twill fingering is still full price. I love twill fingering. Love twill fingering. All right, hold on. I'm going back. High Desert is 20% off. Where did you see the fingering weight is discounted? Swish, our favorite Swish, is 10% off. Needle cases.
It could have been like a last week thing and it switched
maybe
this week.
cable
You never know.
accessories. I don't see anything fingering. I just see high desert. Yarn of the month is high desert, which is a good yarn.
Which is a very nice yarn.
It's a very nice yarn.
It was this weekend.
It was this weekend?
Yeah, she said it was in her email.
Oh, well, Sandy, where were you? You're a day late, Sandy. Anyways, that's all right. I mean, you guys know we love knit picks and we crochet, like we love their stuff. And then y'all, I did put the patterns up on Ravelry into the Ravelry database. So I always hesitate to say the patterns up because that indicates that they're up for sale on Ravelry. They're not for sale on Ravelry. They're in the Ravelry database, meaning you can link your project to the pattern, which is always really helpful to us. I know that sounds wild, but the more likes there are, like favorites, and the more projects there are linked to it, and the more comments and all that, like Ravelry ranks those patterns more and they push it up to the hot right now. And that's when people look at Ravelry and they don't really know what they're looking for and they go to the patterns link. Those are the first patterns that are shown to them. So it helps when you're in the hot right now list, to be on that list of things, which is always interesting. Do you ever go and look at that list and just look at the things? Like some of the things I'm like, that's really in the hot right now. And then I'll look and I'm like, oh, it's because it's free. Like it's a free download, not just a free on somebody's website. And I'm like, oh, that's why.
Which again, totally fine.
Yeah, totally fine. It's just, you know who else I really love? I love their photography, but Wool and Pine. They've come on. I don't know how long they've been on the scene. I'm going to go look at their stuff. But I really like their stuff a lot. All right. So they have some really nice designs. When was this published? This was their first design on Ravelry. 2019. So they've been on the scene since 2019. Their photography is stunning. It's absolutely stunning. And that is not to say their designs are not beautiful. Their designs are beautiful too.
Right.
But their photography really sets it off. Like it's top notch. I reached out to them actually. I was like, hey, any tips? Like, what are you doing? Do you have presets? What's going on here?
Photography wise, man, it is not easy what you do.
And it is, theirs is so good. I'll put a link here so everybody can see it.
So all their pretty stuff.
It's so beautiful.
Otherwise, we don't have a lot. This week we're finishing it February as well.
Promise I'm finishing I'm going to finish something. I'm not going to start. Well, I'm finishing this.
Right. But we're doing a lot of cleanup on the website and not fun and exciting things. Behind the scenes designing for Tournament of Stitches. But so you'll see stuff that comes out this week. But they're all older patterns that we're just updating.
Yeah.
It could have been something that it could just be the words need updated. It could be just needs new photography, but that's what exactly. Admin February is essentially what.
Oh, that's Jolene. Like. Hi, Jolene. I didn't know you were in here. That's who I was talking to earlier. Yeah, admin February. Somebody else said something up here too. Refresh February. I was like, that's good too.
I like that too.
Like all of that is good. Also in other news, track starts tomorrow.
Exciting.
So at 3:00 every day, I have a hard stop, which is always really difficult. I think I'm going to have to start making it a mandatory thing for myself to get up at 5 and either change going to the gym and go at 5 or come down here and work and then go to the gym, which I think I'm more likely to do because then I do well with that because I can come down here and do like little minute task stuff and then go to the gym and then come back because there's just not enough time in the day when track starts. But
no, because you got to take care of the babies.
Yeah.
All the little pumpkins. The new pumpkins.
So that starts this week too.
Speaking of them, I have to hippity hop. But anything else real quick that you can think of?
I don't think so. I can't think of anything else at the moment. If you guys could please continue. I see you guys posting in the Minions group about the the Olympic stuff, that's great. Please keep doing that. And then if you have not added your project to Ravelry to link to the stuff for game day and whatnot, please do that. Because like right now, there's only 24 projects linked. I know there were more than 24 projects made. It's the 16th today. We said that you had until the 20th, I think, to finish your project. So if you're not done with your game day stuff, you still have time. Go do that. Yeah. And yeah, that's it. Go ahead and take off, Robin. I know you got to go. All
right. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I can't wait to see what you make.
All right. Oh, I cut her off. Sorry.
That's
go ahead.
Okay. Well, we know that you're not going to be making anything. You're not doing anything that you're supposed to be doing.
I am going to. I promise I'm going to.
Okay.
All right. Bye. Bye. Okay. So, yeah, please finish your game day stuff. Make sure you link it in the Marley's Minions finished thread, because that's where we're going to go to pick all the winners. I'm going to connect with Chrissy to find out about the bingo winners. There were some questions about bingo. I'm so out of the loop with anything bingo, so I'll find out stuff about that too. Other than that, I do have a couple of, like Robin said, older patterns coming out. Like they're just getting refreshed. So we're going to make sure that those are out there. And I'm just working behind the scenes to really essentially clarify my website for Google to hopefully show people more of my stuff, because Google, for whatever reason, doesn't like to show people my stuff, and neither does YouTube. So the more you guys say thank you here on, not say thank you, the more you guys leave comments and, smash the like button and, subscribe and all that stuff, the better it is for me here. And that's really great. All right. Are there any other questions while I have you here and you just have me? I'll let you know. The finished thread in Facebook, I think it's pinned to the top. Pretty sure it's in the pinned posts. We can check that out as well. Lindsay says, oh, how did your turn out? I don't know. Lindsay, I don't know what you're talking about. Lauren says hers is blocking. Tree says, I've done a double wedding ring Afghan in crochet from your, oh, wow. Try it. I think you'll like it. Make sure the focus. I don't know. I'm missing something here. Oh, regarding photography, if you have a camera which has built-in macro settings, it is a very easy way to enhance it in this style. Okay, I do. I have many cameras. Try it. I think you'll like it. Just make sure the focus is right and you have enough light to make a good photo. I will do that. Yeah, I have a Nikon 850. I think it's D850 or something like that. And then, of course, I have, what is this one? This is a Sony A7S. And then I have Lumix cameras that are mirrorless, like the Sony is a mirrorless. I have all sorts of cameras, so I think that'll be good. Birdhouse. Tournament of Stitches will be in the birdhouse. There will be a birdhouse option for sure. I don't know if it will only be birdhouse or not yet. We have not made that decision. In years past, we have done a free version, which is usually like a cowl, and then the birdhouse is the shawl. Economically speaking, that doesn't do really well for us. There's not enough people that go to the free version to make that worth the time it takes to make it. So it very well could be that Tournament of Stitches becomes a paid for only, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure on that yet. We have not made that decision, but it will be in the birdhouse for sure. Jolene says that the finished items post are pinned in the Marley's Minions group. If you guys don't know, Jolene is actually like the head modmin. So like, all the moderators were in a group together, and she's like the lead moderator, meaning if I'm not there to make the decision of what needs to be done, she's the next up. She and I have been friends for, God, Jolene, how long have we been friends? Like years and years and years and years. She's I was gonna say she's my lobster. I love Jolene. She and I are really good friends. Okay. I think I got all the questions here. I'm scrolling up real quick just to make sure. You know what I would do? I would love to have like Wool and Pine on and interview them a little bit. I think that would be really good. Let's see here. Nikki says, I love that I can find my Marley Bird patterns in my Ravelry because I search my Rav for a pattern. I can see it and have the Marley Bird pattern that meets my requirements. I'm looking for a pattern because it was there. That's perfect. Nikki, also, I know we've talked about this before, but if you have a pattern that's only in the Marley Birdhouse, you can add it to your library in Ravelry, like say that you add it to your library in Ravelry, and then add a note telling yourself where it is. Like you can add a note, say, hey, this is in my Marley birdhouse, so that you still have record of it in Ravelry, but you'll have record of where it is located. So that's one of the best things you can do and utilize your Ravelry library. All right, I think that's it. I think you guys are all good with me. Jolene, 20 years. It has almost been 20 years. Isn't that wild? I love it. Thank you. I love my sweater too. Robin bought this for me for Christmas 2, 3, 4 years ago. I don't know. It's one of my favorites. If you ever watch the show and you see her with a similar sweater on, it's because this is like the copycat sweater of hers. She loved it. And so she bought me one and I love it. She also bought my shirt. Can you see my shirt? It says, I can't make everybody happy. I'm not a taco. So I wore that to the gym today. Everybody loved it. It was great. Mama Tooch, I don't understand what you want us to do in Ravelry. Do you want me to show you guys how to do it real quick? I mean, I'm here. I might as well. I can show you. Let me do a share screen. Let me get to Ravelry and do a share screen. Give me just 1 second because it's going to just take me a second. If you don't want to see how this is done, don't worry about it. You don't have to be here. You can check out and I'll talk to you later on. That's totally fine. But I would love if you do stay because it's nice to have you guys here. All right, share screen, do a Ravelry share screen. Okay. So here I am in Ravelry. I am logged in. Okay. So I can go to my designs. You could always just go to Marley Bird Designs, which you could do. You could go to advanced search and you could go to designers and click on designers. And right here, you could look up Marley Bird. And obviously I pop up right there. So you could click on this and it will take you to, this is my designer page essentially, right? And you can still see the designs I do with Robin on here too, if you just keep scrolling, but this is my page, right? So on here, you can see I have the Sunday Chill. This is the bandana cowl. This is the crochet version for the game day. And the cozy sideline knit balaclava is the crochet or the knit version for the game day, right? So let's say you made the knit version. So I'm making another one right now. So I'm going to click on it and it will take me to that. All right. So here I'm on the page. I already have it in my favorites. If not, I would click that and add it to my favorites, right? I have bundles over here that I put it in my Marley Bird pattern. I put it in my make along. Like you could organize things however you want over here and then just save, do whatever you want. In projects right here, so I already have it in my projects, but I think it says add project. But if you click on that, it tells me, okay, I've already added this. If I want to create another one, I could say cozy sideline, and then I'll call it green because I have a green one on the needles. And I could click create project. Now I'm to my own notebook. So over here, you'll see this says Marley Bird. This is my own Ravelry account, that my Ravelry notebook. And this is a project inside of my notebook. So this is not designer Marley. This is just Ravelry user Marley. Okay. And so this is my project here that is now linked to the cozy sideline, but I can add all of my details here. So I can edit project in here. I can add pictures. I can say how much progress it is. It's about that far along. I really like how happy or how much it's looking. I could say, when did I start the green one? I started the green one. I don't remember. I'm just going to say there. All right. So you could put that made for me, link to Ravelry. Maybe it's for somebody else. I don't know. Finished by, I don't know what that means. Size made. It's one size. Pattern. So this is, again, that's the pattern. That link there is the pattern link to what I showed you originally from my designs. It's a knit pattern. I could select what category I want to organize it in. It's an accessory. It's a hat. It's a balaclava. I could add my own tags here if I want. Again, this is my project. This is not design, right? Or my designer page. I used size 10s. I could put if I have like particular gauge that I needed to put in there, I could put that in there. I could add my own notes. I wanted a sample to show a solid color yarn and a long color changing yarn doubled up. Okay. This is, whoops. Okay. Yarn. I could add the yarn I use. So I used Lion brand Wool Ease. And then if I click the link here, it'll pull up options. I think it was just the regular. It wasn't sport weight. It wasn't that. I think it was just this one. And then it's just, I used 2 of those. And I could, Michael's, if I wanted to. Oh, look at that. Do I really? I don't need to know any of that. If I wanted to close that out, I could put my purchase date. I could write how much I paid. There's even, you could add the die lot up here of what your die lot was. So it's just it's essentially a place for you to write all of the content that you need for yours, right? This is a green color. And then it doubled up with another yarn. This was the loops and thread facet yarn, I think. And it was the worsted. I don't remember the colorway color. I don't have it in front of me either, but it's like greens. Again, you guys saw it, blue, green. We'll say that. And 2 of those. It's not done yet. I haven't needed the second skein of this one yet, but I put it there just in case. So that just lets me know the details of everything that was involved with it, right? And then over here, I can add a picture of my in progress picture. And this picture gets added to the design page with when people go and see what the pictures are of all the pieces that are getting made with it. So let's just add something here. Sorry, I know you can't see what's going on, but I'm on the inside here of my computer. I don't have anything that's, I'll just do this. And I'm uploading. It's just going to be the generic game day picture because I don't have one of this one yet. And then finish with photos. Okay. So now I have everything added in here as far as details. I can share it with a group if you're part of groups on Ravelry. I could do my own rating if I want, like whatever I want to do, right? Save changes. So now this is inside of my projects. What I mean by that is I click over here on projects. And so this is my own personal project area. I don't really update this up very much. You can see there's the green one. Here's the one. This is actually the one that Robin is finishing right now. So I have not updated it at all, but that one's getting done. Clearly, I haven't updated any of these. These are all done. But this is my own project page, right? But why is this meaningful? Well, it's because when I go back to my designer page, which I'm going to go to just like this, now it has now added another design to this page. So when I click on this down here, these are all of the, or not design, another project. These are all the projects that have been made with my design. So people share as they add their picture and all their details, they add it on here. Oh, look, somebody made a hat. That's awesome. So you can see all the different pictures if they add a picture. There's also some without pictures. That is a great picture, by the way, Yarn Garden, Michigan. I love this one too. I love that picture so much. But it's just a really great way for people to see, you know, what has been made, what other yarns that people use, what are some notes that they have. This is the one we just added right here, right? And so it gives more details to Ravelry saying, hey, people like this. And so now it's in my favorites. I have another project. I can add it to my queue. If it's something you want to make, you could add it to your queue. I've added it to my library. So it says in my library, right? And what I mean by here, when I say where I could post where it is, I could click on in library. See here where it says edit notes. I could click here and location, Marley Bird House. This was part of the Game Day 2026 Make Along project. It is in my Marley Bird House, along with all the video support. So now, if I went to go look for this pattern, I know exactly where it is. I've just put a note to myself, but it's technically inside of my library. See, it says it's in my library on Ravelry. Make sense? So having things like that listed makes it really great for the Ravelry Hot Right Now list, which again, if you go over here to Ravelry or to patterns, This is just the knit and crochet hot right now are all listed here. You could look at the top 20. Okay. All the top 20. You could look at just knitting, just crochet. So if I go look at just knitting, and I can go to the top 20, I could look at them like this, or what I end up doing is I click on browse patterns in this order, and it opens everything up in here. So I'm looking at knitting. I'm looking at all the hot right now, meaning these are the most popular on Ravelry at the moment, based on whatever their criteria is. And this is what I'm trying to get on. And so as things are listed in here, this is when people will sometimes notice other designers that maybe they've never seen before, and they'll go and follow a lot of their designs. So if you have a real popular design, like the muscle burrow or the ranunculus or stuff like that's always in the hot right now, because it's just, there's so many pieces getting made with those. But you can see it's quite a variety of designs that people are making right now, like sweaters, scarves, shawls, lots of pieces are real popular. And so this is a great way to just kind of take a peek at what people are looking at on Ravelry. You can see what's popular to people, like what are people wanting to make, or what are people liking, or what people have made, so on and so forth. And then you can do the same for crochet. So if I wanted to click this off and go over here, I'm going to go to crochet. I'm just coming down to craft and I'm clicking crochet. Now I'm looking at the hot right now for crochet. So I can see all the crochet items that are real popular. Notice how different they are. Do you notice how many sweaters and shawls and pieces we're getting made? That is freaking beautiful. What is that? I'm sorry. That is stunning. I am saving that to favorites. That is absolutely, we're going to tell them it's beautiful. This made me stop my scroll. Absolutely stunning. I spelled absolutely wrong. We're going to fix that. All right. So now I'll just go back. That is so, is that their first design? That's really gorgeous. So I'm just going to click the back button here. But notice, like, knitters and crocheters, they like such different things. Like, there's such a more variety of items in the crocheters. Can you guys see that? Like, it's wild, especially even the yarns that are chosen for the crocheters versus the knitters. It's always fascinating to me to go and look through the favorite knit ones and the favorite crochet ones as they're all out there. But as things are listed in the hot right now, it's so here we are. We're on the, what was that? The second page? Are we on the second page of the hot? Yeah, second page of hot right now for this one. Imagine if everybody added their pieces to it, we'd get bumped up. I wasn't even on like the third page for the knitting. So that's why the adding your stuff to Ravelry like that is important. And like I said, what it does is it adds it to your notebook. So if you look up here at the top, see where it says my notebook, and then it says projects, what I have in my queue, if I wanted to add my stash, my homes, like these are all my details, right? Like the library thing. This is the one I was telling you about. You could go to your library. All of these patterns are in my library. A lot of these I buy on here. I loved this person's designs. I was like, these are absolutely fascinating. You can see, looking through my library gives you a glimpse of what I have been researching or what I have been really involved with. So here, this is the balaclava. This is the one I bought to study how she made it. She made it top down. I changed mine for bottom up, and I changed the stitch pattern. I changed all the things, but I was like, how did she make that? You know? And then I was going to make bags. So I was looking at all these bags, and then you can clearly see all of the mosaic. This is what I was doing when I was planning out the New Year's Eve projects, right? So these are the shapes from the New Year's Eve projects. This is where I got those shapes. And then a lot of this stuff here is from the 24 Days of Quickies, right? I don't know. I find the library incredibly helpful, and there's very rarely that I buy something that's not on Ravelry. So I don't use the notes section as much unless it's something that I know maybe I've purchased on Etsy. I'll link it into my Ravelry or list it in my Ravelry, and then I'll be like, it's in my folder on my website or my website on my computer. But that's how the library can be very helpful to you. And like I said, projects, you can go and look at all the projects that you're working on. You can update them as you go. Yeah, I don't go in here very often, but you can see I try and add whatever the sample is. I try and add it in here. So at least there's one project that shows it was made. Clearly you can see I've not kept it up at all because there are some old projects on here and then not very many of the new ones, but I've made a lot of stuff through the years. It's always fascinating to me just to look through all of this. But did that answer all of your questions, you guys, for when it comes to Ravelry? Is there anything else I could help out with while I'm in here? Let's see here. I've got to scroll up. Sorry, when I was looking, I wasn't here with the questions. I have to hop out. Unfortunately, I have to go back to. All right, bye, Jolene. Marley, ads are popping up. Ads are popping up. Really? On the live? I don't know why. I didn't do anything different today. Sorry about that. I don't know why I didn't do anything different. Usually ads don't pop up until after the live. I'm sorry. Nikki, finished by just if you have a deadline, you need to finish it. Oh, okay. So in Ravelry, if you have a deadline for when you need to finish a particular something of your project, you could add that in there. Kind of goes back probably to the tester stuff if you need to do that. So you can add items through the Ravelry page, even though you've purchased the pattern through the birdhouse. Yes. So you would add them, you would add it to your library. If you need me to show you how to do that again, I can do that. But it's literally as simple as if you went to your notebook, go to the library, and then you could do add items to library. Now, when I say this just means you're adding it to your database. You're not actually adding the piece into Ravelry. But so what's the New Year's Eve? What did I call that? I called it, y'all, what did I call that? I'm sorry. You're going to give me a second. I always forget. I know I just named it and I listed it on here, so I got to go look. The New Year's Eve pieces. New beginnings. So we'll go back and I'll say I have the new beginnings. Is it coming up? Nope. New beginning. Search for individual patterns. Yeah. Not the right item. Show 25. Yep. So we're going to show. Okay. New beginnings, New Year's Eve countdown, but I don't know which one is knit or crochet. I'm going to add, I'll just pick one, the crochet one. Great. We're going to click add to library. So now it's in my library, right? So let's see if I can click on the image. No, I don't want to undo. I'm clicking where it says in library. I clicked where it says in library. Is that showing? I got to go make sure it's showing up. Okay. And then over here where it says edit notes, that's where I can show you it's in my Marley Birdhouse. I'm letting myself know it's in the Marley Birdhouse. This was the New Year's Eve 2020. Is it 25 to 2026 make along? This pattern and all the videos are in my Marley Birdhouse. If it has a special name, like maybe it's New Year's Eve countdown. Was it make along? I don't remember. So that way I know what the name is I'm looking for. I don't think these notes are for everybody, but I'm not sure. So I wouldn't put your login information or anything. You could put in email address, because you guys know your email address is your login, and then password. You could give yourself a clue if you need to write your clue there. An email address, login, that's your name, right? You could give yourself clues to that and then save changes. And so all of these are in your notes. Select sets. Let's look. What is that? Create. You have not created any sets. What is a set? Create a new set. Marley Birdhouse, maybe. Let's create. Okay, Marley Birdhouse. Maybe I can add more things to the Marley Birdhouse. Maybe it'll show. I know this is new to me. We're gonna try this out together. All right, so that's all saved. Now let's go back to my library. And let's see if we can add one of the other things. So we added this. Edit notes. So we know this is in the Marley Birdhouse. Make along. That was the game day. 2026. Make along. Save changes. Select sets. Yes. Look at this. So now I can add to my library. And if I know it's in the Marley Birdhouse, I can put it here. Hit enter. Okay. Did I do it? Did I do that? Okay, Marley Birdhouse. So if I click on that, look at that. I clicked on it. So now it's taking me to all the things I put into the Marley Birdhouse folder, essentially, that will tell me, hey, these are the patterns I have inside the Marley Birdhouse. Oh man, that's good. I should do a whole video on this and put it into the Birdhouse to show people how they can add their pattern to their library database in Ravelry. That's really helpful. That is really helpful. But does that make sense, you guys? Does that make sense? Where do I enter the crochet game day cowl to win? Because they're okay. So let me see if I can go to my Facebook and go to the Minions group and share. This is not what I want. Stop sharing. Thank you. We want to add new share. Sorry, it's going to take me a second. Take me a second to get this to work around. And share screen, Facebook. So I'm in the Minions group. Right up here at the top, can you guys see the featured? So it says featured knitting item thread, featured crochet item thread. So you'll click into one of those and just add a comment. So you can add a comment down here and add your picture, and that will enter you for a chance to win. So all these people are entered for chances to win. Is that cool? You got that? Hopefully that all makes sense there. All right, let me see if I can answer any other questions. What does this one say? Yes, sometimes it asks if you own the pattern or you just select yes. Okay. There's my Stacey saw her project. That's good. Hi, everyone. It does take time to do all the Ravelry things. It does, but it's so helpful. I will absolutely add to my list putting together a whole tutorial like that for Ravelry. Maybe that's something that would even be good here on YouTube to show people how to do that. Let's see here. I'm so sorry about the pop-ups, you guys. I don't know why they're happening. I have no idea why. Every 10 minutes. I don't know, you guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. YouTube hates you. YouTube hates me. YouTube doesn't show anybody my stuff. It's actually quite wild. My sets are mittens, gloves, hats, scarves. Oh, that's a good idea. So Vicky does not have things set up in sets as far as where the Marley Birdhouse. She has them set up essentially like categories. Gloves, hats, mittens, scarves, blankets. That's a great idea too. You absolutely could use that. That is awesome. Oh, it's hi, Leslie. I will definitely add this to Ravelry. Your patterns need more attention. Thank you so much, Leslie. That means so much to me. Good. I'm glad that was helpful, you guys. That was so helpful. Last thing that I forgot to mention is on the Facebook page, I gave you guys an announcement that I am going to be teaching on a cruise. Now, if you remember, several weeks ago, I talked about how it would take something really special for me to go and teach in person. And I had a lovely conversation with a yarn shop owner in Canada who is hosting this cruise. It is a river cruise in Portugal. It is September 2027. So it's a whole year and some away. They are trying to sell out the entire boat. So we are talking a river cruise with 90 knitters. 90 knitters. Like that just sounds amazing to me. I don't care what's being taught. Like that's just going to be amazing. So for me, I was like, I'm in. So I am excited for an opportunity to do this. I'm teaching with my friend Zandy and two people that I've never met before, but I've been following for years. Chantel and oh my God, I just forgot the other lady's name. She's from France. Oh, I'll remember her name in a minute. I just forgot her name, but I have followed them for years, so I'm excited to meet them. The trick here is that, or not the trick, but the big thing is that we have to sell out the boat, I think by the end of April, for the trip to be like, it's a go. So we're making sure that we're telling everybody. It is not inexpensive at all. But I think that with the fact that we have a year and change to, work, and maybe we budget out some money that we could pay to go on it. If it's in your budget and it's something you'd be interested in, I want to invite you to join me. Somebody on the Facebook group said, hey, but what if I'm not that good of a knitter? My answer is, do you really think I'm going to leave you behind? Like, I'm absolutely not going to. Whether you're a new knitter or an experienced knitter, if you want to come on a cruise and have a good time with a bunch of knitters, you can absolutely rely on the fact that I will help you as much as I possibly can with any of the knitting tasks. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or not. Maybe this isn't the truth of the story, but this is the way I view it. It's more than just a knitting cruise. You're really getting together with people who are in love with the same craft that you do. So there's this passionate level there of excitement that you just really love. And so I don't know. Yes, Leslie, I think this April, I'm not entirely sure on that. It's either this April or this May. Like, it's quick. Rightly so. I would think that the boat people need to, should I call it a boat? The ship? I don't know. They probably have to have like a definitive answer if it's going to go or not. I don't know. But I will give you guys, let me pull up that Facebook post, because that's probably the easiest way for me to go about sharing of what I did. Because I only have a like an image with a QR code. And then you could also email the lady who's putting it all together, Joanne. She's also the lady who, the lady isn't the right word to use, the travel agent behind all of the Crochet Dude, not the Crochet Dude, the Crochet Crowd cruises. So she works with them a lot too. So, I don't know if you're interested, if it's in your budget, if it's something you think you might like to do. I would love to see some familiar faces on there. I do know that there are some people who've already talked about wanting to go on it and that they've signed up, which is fantastic. I'm copying the link right now and I'm adding it to the chat. So that way we can have it on there. Yeah, there you go. I just dropped it in the chat. I'll put it in the video description box as well. But you guys can figure out the details. I don't know the price. I really don't know. And honestly, the price is all determined by what kind of room you get, right? And I don't know if the price includes airfare. I don't know any of those details. All I know is if the cruise happens, I will be there and I will be teaching. And I will be hosting some of the excursions and we'll just have a wonderful time. I told John he can't go. I was like, you're not going. I'm going with a bunch of my friends. I'm going with a bunch of knitter friends and you're not invited. And he started laughing at me. He's like, you're going to be so at home there. I said, I think I really am. I think I'm going to love it. And so I'm very excited about the opportunity to do it. I really do hope that it does happen. And it would be, I feel like it would just be so much fun. I just think it would be so much fun. So I would love it if y'all, if it's in your budget, if it's something you'd like to do, I would love it. If it's something you want to do, that'd be great. All right. I think I gotta go. I should probably go and have some lunch. Actually, I gotta finish this. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna get done with this because it's so good. It just takes forever for me to eat it. But thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. I really feel like all of these Mondays, I feel like I'm hanging out with a bunch of friends. So thank you for just hanging out and chit-chatting and just having good conversation with all of us. I really do appreciate it. All right, that's it for me. I will be around online. Make sure you come and say hi, share your work, and don't forget to go link your stuff in Ravelry. All right, bye, everybody.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.